In order to get the full picture of the end-time events, let us connect one dot at a time. This film will take you, the viewer, from one dot to the next, drawing a clear picture, revealing to you the most anticipated time throughout all of history, the second coming of Yahushua HaMashiach. There are many theories as to who, or what Mystery Babylon is. Many claim that the United States of America is indeed Mystery Babylon. Let's face it, this nation is corrupt from the inside out. Her cup indeed runneth over with all sorts of foul and clean spirits. The truth is, she is not the only nation that has embraced lawlessness, corruption, every unthinkable and detestable filthiness, witchcraft, sorcery, abortion, pornography, and on it goes. The fact is, many nations of the world are also just as corrupt. China believes in forced abortion, and will only allow each married couple to have 2 children. Some countries have pot houses, like the United States has coffee shops. Canada has its drug-safe houses. Literally, on any given street corner, a herione addict can simply go into a little room, and shoot up. This behavior is encouraged and permissible. Sadly, there is a worldwide epidemic of child sex trafficking, witchcraft, and sorcery. Because these matters are running amok worldwide, let us start on the great book of Revelation to see if we can find some clues as to what the system called Mystery Babylon is. Hopefully, we will be able to uncover her mysterious identity. And he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness. And I saw a woman, sitting on a scarlet beast covered with names of blasphemy, having 7 heads, and 10 horns. Revelation 17:3. For now, we are just going to look at who this woman is. Later we will cover the scarlet beast that she is riding. Clearly, in prophecy, a woman in scriptures is symbolical of a church, a religious system, or a general group of believers. Therefore, Mystery Babylon is a spiritual church that resides in a great city. She is a great mother prostitute, having many daughters, and commits spiritual idolatry. Scriptures clearly reveal that there is only 2 nations down here, and within her the children struggle together. And she said, "If all is right, why am I this way?" So she went to ask Yahuwah. And Yahuwah said to her, 2 nations are in your womb, and 2 peoples shall be separated from your body. And 1 people shall be stronger than the other, and the older serve the younger. Genesis 25:23. These 2 seeds, or in other words, nations, are simply Jacob and Esau. We are told the eldest would serve the younger one. These 2 nations are likened unto Cain and Abel, and Yahushua and Satan. That is right, the real battle of good versus evil. This present earth age is being run by Satan. That is why it has been written in 2 Corinthians, chapter 4, verse 4, that the God of this age has blinded the minds of the unbelieving. This, being known in scriptures as Satan, the devil, and even the dragon, tried to tempt our Messiah when he took him to a high place, offering him all the reins of the world, and, if he would only bow down and serve him, as explained in Luke, chapter 4, verse 5. He continues with telling Yahushua, "And the devil said to him, All this authority I shall give you, and their esteem, for it has been delivered to me, and I give it to whomever I wish. If then, you worship before me, all shall be yours." Yahushua did not give into temptation by the mere riches of this earth age that will soon pass. When he was handed over to Pilate, what did he tell him? Yahushua answered, "My reign is not of this world. If my reign were of this world, my servants would fight, so that I should not be delivered to the Yehudim. But now, my reign is not from here." There we have it. 1 nation is of this earth age while the other nation is not of this age. This 2-nation theme is carried over into the religious system as well. This whole battle, beloved ones, is on who you worship. Do you worship Yahuwah, the creator of the Shayahu, the heaven, or the counterfeit? Since there is only 2 nations, it makes perfect sense that there are only 2 women also. One of course is the bride of the Lamb, who is dressed in white, symbolizing truth and righteousness. And a great sign was seen in heaven, a woman clad with the sun, with the moon under her feet, and on her head a crown of 12 stars. And being pregnant, she cried out in labor and in pain to give birth. Revelation 12:1-2. Let us be glad, and rejoice, and give him praise, for the marriage of the Lamb has come, and his wife prepared herself. And to her it was given to be dressed in fine linen, clean and bright, for the fine linen is the righteousnesses of the set-apart ones. Revelation 19:7-8. For I am jealous for you with a jealousy according to Elohim. For I gave you in marriage to one husband, to present you as an innocent maiden to Messiah. 9 times in the book of Revelation, we discover that the bride of Messiah has 2 distinguished attributes about them. They bear witness to the word of Yahuwah by keeping his Kodesh commands, and by their belief in Yahushua. You bore witness to the word of Elohim, and the witness of Yahushua Messiah, to all he saw. Revelation 1:2. I, Yohanan, both your brother and co-sharer in pressure, and, in the reign and endurance of Yahushua Messiah, came to be on the island that is called Patmos for the word of Elohim and, for the witness of Yahushua Messiah. Revelation 1:9. I know your works, see, I have set before you an open door, and no one is able to shut it, that you have little power, yet have guarded my word, and have not denied my name. Revelation 3:8. And when he opened the 5th seal, I saw under the altar the beings of those having been slain for the word of Elohim, and for the witness which they held. Revelation 6:9. And they overcame him because of the blood of the Lamb, and because of the word of their witness, and they did not love their lives to the death. Revelation 12:11. Here is the endurance of the set-apart ones, here are those guarding the commands of Elohim and the belief of Yahushua. Revelation 14:12. And they sing the song of Moses, the servant of Elohim, and the song of the Lamb, saying, Great and marvelous are your works, Yahuwah El Shaddai. Righteous and true are your ways, O sovereign of the set-apart ones. Revelation 15:3. And I saw thrones, and they sat on them, and judgment was given to them, and the lives of those who had been beheaded because of the witness they bore to Yahushua and because of the word of Elohim, and who did not worship the beast, nor his image, and did not receive his mark upon their foreheads, or upon their hands. And they lived and reigned with Messiah for 1,000 years. Revelation 24. The other is the apostate church. Mystery Babylon can be traced back to the book of beginnings. But we shall do whatever has gone out of our own mouth, to burn incense to the sovereignness of the heavens, and pour out drink offerings to her, as we have done, we and our fathers, our sovereigns and our heads, in the cities of Yehuda and in the streets of Jerusalem. And we had plenty of food, and were well off, and saw no evil. But since we ceased burning incense to the sovereignness of the heavens, and pouring out drink offerings to her, we have lacked all and have been consumed by the sword, and by scarcity of food. Yeshayahu 44:17-18. Today many have given Ashtoreth the title, Mother of God, whom they claim is Mary. Nimrod was the sovereign of Babylon. He, and his mother and wife, were also leaders of a mystical cult. He wanted to make a name for themselves as described in Genesis 11:4. This cult leader thought up a grand scheme, by uniting the world, he could be the sole ruler. So, off he went, convincing the people to build a high tower. This tower reached into the heavens, making them gods, so they thought. As they carried on engineering this tower, Yahuwah saw them and thus he changed their language. Confusion broke out amongst the people as suddenly and instantly, they could no longer understand one another. Being full of fear, many of them fled in all directions. This became known as the Tower of Babel, also known as Tower of Confusion. To this day, Nimrod's followers are still building this tower, wanting to unite the world. You can clearly see the 5-pointed star turned to make the satanic goat's head. Compare the pictures of the Tower of Babel and the EU Parliament building. Since the children of Israel played the whore by worshipping the whole array of heaven, Yahuwah gave them over to the king of Babylon, which means confusion. After 70 years of exile, only a small remnant returned. When the prophetic 70 weeks, spoken of in Daniel, have come to pass, a small remnant shall also return to the promised land. It is the small remnant that shall be saved as described in Romans, chapter 9, verse 27, and Yeshayahu, Isaiah, cries out on behalf of Israel, though the number of the children of Israel be as the sand of the sea, the remnant shall be saved.